Breaking news coming in, top of the hour. Northern Railways has cancelled 22 trains travelling to Punjab till tomorrow. That's the latest information coming in. Trains travelling to Punjab have been cancelled till tomorrow. Almost 22 trains travelling to Punjab have been cancelled by the Northern Railways. Remember, all this a fallout of that big MSG verdict that is due tomorrow. A verdict on rape cases against Baba Ram Raheem is all set to be pronounced by a special CBI court in Panchkula tomorrow. And ahead of this, of course, all sorts of preparations being put in place by the apparatus. And now, of course, the railway is also swinging in, cancelling 22 trains travelling to Punjab till tomorrow. For the spiritual leader Baba Ram Raheem, when that CBI Special Court will be deciding whether he is guilty of raping two women followers nearly 15 years ago. Gurmeet Ram Raheem is accused of allegedly raping two women followers in 2002. The trial of the case started after 5 years of filing the complaint. The alleged reason for the delay is the political influence of Gurmeet Ram Raheem. According to reports ahead of the crucial verdict, around 50,000 followers have reached Panchkula and the numbers are swelling every hour. Remember, around 7,000 security personnel have been deployed to maintain law and order situation as well. I'm being told Karna Nandi is... All right, actually, Amit Bhardwaj is joining us for further details on this story. Amit, 22 trains being cancelled till tomorrow. Clearly, of course, all this being done with an eye on law and order situation ahead of that big verdict tomorrow.
Yes, 6 trains has been cancelled today and 22 for tomorrow. The train of the...
All right, I think we seem to have lost that line with Amit Bhardwaj. We will just try and reconnect with him, but we also have a senior lawyer, Karna Nandi, joining us on the broadcast. Ms. Nandi, it is a big day in court tomorrow. All right, actually, before I get in Karna Nandi, I'm being told Amit Bhardwaj is back with us on the broadcast. Amit, please go ahead.
6 trains for today and 22 trains for tomorrow. The total 28 trains in both the days been cancelled by Northern Railway. They have taken the decision because maximum number of people can come from trains and they can gather near the railway station. So the Northern Railway officials has decided to cancel the trains. And another development in this, SSP of Panchkula said that there will be a possibility that they can airlift Baba to the court premises. Yes.
Right, Amit, please do stay with us. We have Karna Nandi finally joining us. She's a senior advocate of the Supreme Court. Ms. Nandi, if you can finally hear me, it is a big verdict tomorrow which is expected in that special CBI court. Whatever be the verdict, do you feel, though, it is the responsibility of the administration to ensure that law and order does not take a toll for the worse? What is your understanding of what's really happening there ahead of that verdict tomorrow?
You know, there has been advance notice to the state that there might be unrest and protesting if the verdict goes against what they wish. And I think that given this advance notice and given its location, it's quite clear to me that the state has full responsibility and notice to make sure that law and order is maintained. You know, it's quite clear, there are various judgments on this, that, you know, even if something unpopular is said against, that is constitutional speech, about commenting on even a religious leader, right, that there is no heckler's veto, that it is the state's duty to protect. Here it's a court judgment, you know. And so I think it's, you know, one has full faith in the state apparatus, and I hope they make 100% sure. And also, I'm just an advocate of the Supreme Court. I'm not a senior advocate.
Right. Well, Ms. Nandi, do you feel, though, that these are attempts at putting pressure on the judiciary, getting several of your followers to reach outside that special CBI court there all sorts of reports coming in that weapons are also being stored with these supporters, etc. Do you feel these are attempts at pressurizing the judiciary and the law and order apparatus?
You know, I don't want to speculate on this particular situation since I am not, present and I haven't seen sort of reliable evidence on it. Though I'm sure your news reports are accurate. But I think there are various attempts to, in our country, when somebody has a large following, there are various attempts to intimidate our courts or influence our courts in this manner, and it's completely unjustified. And I think that we have had a situation in the past where there has been a sort of armed standoff in Haryana, and I think these kinds of situations is very important to make sure that it's adequately and firmly addressed.
And Ms. Nandi, of course, whatever be the eventuality of the verdict tomorrow, we do know, of course, Ram Raheem spokespersons are appealing for peace and calm today. They're also appealing to their followers to remain peaceful and not, of course, let their emotions overcome whatever may happen tomorrow. Gurmeet Ram Raheem himself has, of course, indicated that he will be present in court. He will obey the court. But, whatever the eventuality might be, it's a deja vu sort of situation. We saw it happen in the case of Baba Rampal, Sant Rampal in Haryana as well, Karanandi, when, of course, there was almost a battalion of his supporters, heavily armed, who refused to let the police arrest him until literally the police had to storm that entire, makeshift ashram which had come about in Rohtak, if I'm not mistaken. So it seems to be a deja vu sort of, state apparatus over there. And that's why the Punjab and Haryana High Court today has come out strongly against the police and the government of Haryana, saying if Section 144 has been imposed in the area close to the court, why are thousands of supporters being allowed to assemble there? While we're not insinuating that they will be violent tomorrow, but still all sorts of precautions need to be taken.
I think you're absolutely right, and if there are indications that the state of Haryana is not doing its job, then this could really be a tinderbox, and it could be extremely dangerous, not just for the citizens of this country, but it could be a dangerous precedent for the law and order of this country and the judgments of our courts, the independence of our judges. And so I think that this is actually, while one is, so delighted about this privacy judgment today, I think you're absolutely right to interrupt your coverage of that and focus on this issue, because this is indeed a national issue. If at
the end of the day,
rule of law,
almost
making sure that our
two
judges
states are coming to a
evidence and
standstill as we speak.
do what is correct is fundamental to our people.
Indeed. Amit Bhardwaj, quickly come in there. I want you to just describe for our viewers what the situation on ground there is close to Panchkula. What is the kind of security apparatus which is being put in place by the Punjab and Haryana governments in case of any eventuality tomorrow?
See, there are more than 67,000 force they've been deployed here, and even the helicams are there. In Chandigarh, police is handling the helicams. There are two temporary jails to be set up here. One is in Tau Devilal, and one is another in Chandigarh, Sector 16. They are hereby that there's a temporary jail, that 16 stadium, a cricket stadium, to be converted into that, and even Tau Devilal stadium to convert it as a temporary jail. So now the intense pressure on the government administration and even the police, will they be able to handle more than 1 lakh people here? And even the ADGP of Punjab has written and given the whole circular, they've given the statement even that the data followers, they are carrying weapons, and even they have got the petrol bomb and even the diesel bomb. This is a real worry. If anything goes against Gurmeet Ram Raheem, there would be a violence to be take out in the, and even if I talk about the residents of Panchkula, they are really in fear because these whole followers are staying in front of the houses, the private residential areas. So this is and even 144 imposed, but the police let enter more than 1 lakh people here. So this is really a worry for administration as well as the resident of Panchkula near the premises of court. Yeah.
Indeed, and of course, if we talk about the data followers, they have begun arriving there, of course, since yesterday in large numbers. Are more expected now to reach Panchkula, given the fact that MSG also, Gurmeet Ram Raheem, has confirmed that he will be in court tomorrow, Amit?
Absolutely, and even recently a police officer said that he's given a statement to the media person that there'll be a possibility to airlift Ram Raheem from Sirsa to the court premises. And another thing is that I want to share with you, every hour the number of the data followers, the data premi is swelling every hour. So now they're increasing every hour. So this is really a worry. 67,000 people need to take a decision that how they will handle this situation, because it's a very poor report card in Haryana. There were 2 incidents. One is Sant and another is the Jat election. So this is very important for the police to not to repeat the mistakes they have done previously. So now this is very important for the forces, and even court strictly said that army should be on standby. There must be an internal report from the counterintelligence and even the intelligence that there might be a possibilities of the violence to be turned out. But if this will happen every hour, the gathering is increasing, the data premi are increasing. If it will happen, this is very tough for the administration to handle. 67,000 people are not able to handle more than 1 lakh other people, the data premi. And even if we talk about ADGP Punjab, who has given the report that they are carrying weapons, and even they are gathering, they are storing the petrol bomb and the diesel bombs. So this is going to be very tough for administration. And if I talk about, I've spoken to a couple of people, they are under intense pressure, because they are now going to take one decision. There should be the decision making should be in the one hand, they should be centralized, and they should be in touch with the central government officials also, that how they act while if there will be a violence to be turned out. So now they need to take one action, one decision, immediate decision. They need to work more than the aggressive people going to do there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, Kandanandi, coming back to you at that point, as our reporter there was pointing out, thousands of supporters, of course, increasing by the hour in the Panchkula area there. The Haryana government has come under criticism, and the police, by the Punjab and Haryana High Court already today in the morning. Earlier too, in previous scenarios, they have been known to mishandle the Sant Rampal situation as well as the Jat agitation fallout. Clearly the onus will be with the government and the state police tomorrow in case of any eventuality, because whatever the verdict is, at the end of the day, enforcing it will be the security apparatus's job.
Look, if Section 144 has already been imposed, it seems bizarre to me that people with arms and, so many thousands of people in the same area would be assembling. And this is indeed a sort of very serious cause of worry. If the High Court's orders are not being enforced, I mean, somebody should really sort of go back to the High Court and, I don't know, an urgent mentioning, and say that the orders are not being enforced, and the government needs to be seriously pulled up. And I'm not really in favor of the army going in at the drop of a hat, but you know, if nothing is being done, and if it appears, these are all big ifs, because I haven't seen sort of the concrete evidence yet, of course, but if this is the case, then, you know, I think that district bureaucrats also have the ability to call in the army themselves. All these things should be very, very carefully and finely looked at.
Okay.
But, you know, people's lives cannot be at stake because judgment is coming against one of the citizens of our country, you know.
Absolutely. Well, stay
for or
with us.
against, but in case it's against.
Yeah, stay with us, Ms. Nandi. Let's quickly also bring in Santhya at this point. She's joining us live from Panchkula. Santhya, what's really transpiring over there? We do believe, of course, the numbers of the data followers is swelling every hour. What's the scenario around you? Show us.
Yes, absolutely. This is really, really surprising that the chief of Dera Satya Sauda enjoys a fan following of which can actually give a run, a politician its run for his money. But you can see, you know, right now we are at the Sector 4 area of Panchkula, and you can see how many followers are there. And surprisingly, not just the youth. Of course, there are women, there are old people, and there are kids also who have come all the way from different villages to this area. And surprisingly, we are talking about none other than Guru Ram Raheem, who enjoys a fan following of more than 5 crore people. This is, of course, a very big number. And talking about the situation in this city, already more than 1 lakh people have arrived in the city. Of course, law and order is going to be an issue because when city is not even prepared for such a crowd. And when the situation is when the intensity of situation is this grave, we all can understand, and especially when people's religious sentiments are involved in something, we can understand really how the situation is. Let's try and speak to some of the people. Sir, मुझे आपसे जानना है, आप यहाँ पे कहाँ से आए हैं, कब आए हैं, और क्या मतलब किस लिए आए हैं?
हम धमतान साहब से आए हैं जी। तो यहाँ डेरा सज्जा सौदा की हमारे जो गुरु जी की हैसियत, उसके बारे में हमारे जो खिलाफ फैसला आएगा या हकम आए, उसके हम सुनने के लिए आए हैं।
आप लोग कहाँ से आए हैं? अच्छा, यहाँ पे आप भी डेरा सज्जा सौदा से, आप लोग और कौन यहाँ पे आए हैं? आप भी
हिसार से आए हैं।
अच्छा,
हमारे गुरु का यहाँ जो केस चल रहा है उसके लिए आए हैं, उसके दर्शन करेंगे। और
आप कितने दिन पहले से आए हुए हैं यहाँ पे?
हम 4 दिन। हाँ,
आप यहीं पे हैं 4 दिन। So as you saw that people are here, they have come from different areas. They have come from remote locations, of course, and they are here in the city since last 3 to 4 days. Of course, we can understand that how difficult it is going to be for the administration to look after so many people. And talking about the take of High Court on this particular stand, of course, High Court has said that how come these many people, they actually managed to come inside the main town? Why were they not stopped? And what was the use of imposing 144 when these people were not even stopped? And of course, the borders are now sealed, and most of the borders will be sealed tomorrow, but that was not the time. By the time anything could have been sealed, of course, all these people were inside, and you can see people are here with small kids as well. Of course, they are living here since last 3 to 4 days. All the parks of Chandigarh and Panchkula are full of these supporters of Baba Ram Raheem, who is facing the allegations of raping 2 women. The case came into limelight in 2002, and he was charged in 2007. Of course, and these people talking about how the authorities are being careful right now, because they are suspecting that many of these people are carrying sharp weapons with them. More than 75 battalions of Punjab police is in this city. Of course, tomorrow this judgment is likely to come, and all these people they are not going to stick to this area. They will be at the High Court, of course, and it's going to be a tough situation. Army is also now, after courts took the notice of the entire situation, Army is now on standby. Anti-rioting force is here, special task force is here, the police forces, police battalions of both Haryana and Punjab, both the states are here. And but the thing is, when you are talking about charged up followers who are these many in number, almost 1.25 lakh, that is a huge number we are talking about, and especially when a city which is not even prepared for this. And what we are hearing right now is Guru Ram Raheem himself has confirmed this on his Twitter account, that he himself will be coming to the court, because he was also asked to be present, and he will be adhering to, he has said that he will be adhering to whatever he has been asked to do by the court of the law, and he will be coming to to the court. This is going to increase the intensity of the entire situation. People are going to get more charged up. Of course, security is claiming that they are taking all the necessary steps. Talking about what the necessary steps are, not even fuel can be purchased in these cities right now. That is the situation. But of course, it's too late. Many people, they already have those weapons with them. They already are carrying sharp weapons, fuel they are carrying with them. And even if they don't have anything, we can understand if a mob is religiously charged up, when their religious sentiments are involved in something, we can understand that this is not going to be easily controlled by any of the authority. Army is, of course, going to be on standby. But if we go by the nature of the situation, the army can only intervene when the situation actually becomes really, really violent. But the problem is, if we wait for that particular point to come, this is going to be extremely late.
Absolutely. Quickly going to Amit Bhadwad at that point. Amit, as far as vehicular movement is concerned, is there any curbing of traffic into Chandigarh and Panchkula at all today or tomorrow, which is expected? We do know there is a lot of checking, which of course is on. You mentioned earlier that almost 22 trains have already been cancelled into Punjab.
Yes, already the three of the states, even Chandigarh, Punjab and Haryana, they have declared the holidays for the 3 days, because this is very important, because the school buses and even the school children, they need to protect first of all, and then they've declared the holidays, and even the offices we shut out, and even if I talk about the private sectors, this is a request been given by the administration to shut down for tomorrow and day after, because this is a very the situation, according to the Intelligence Bureau, the situation is going to be worst if the verdict come against the Dera Sacha Sauda chief. Now the situation is there are a lot of nakas, barricadings, each and every vehicle being checked by the police and the paramilitary forces. The forces deployed each every part of the state, and even if I talk about district Panchkula is properly sealed, but the increasing number is really a serious issue. Every hour the number is increasing. The data premies are coming.
Amit, I can see behind you also there's quite a lot of security. Why don't you just pan and show us a bit what's happening around you? There looks like quite a lot of security apparatus even close to you.
Yeah, I can show you. This is near the court premises. If you can see, there is a barbed wire there, and even the paramilitary forces, the CRP is here, the local police is here, and the officials are sitting here. Even because seeing the number of the women and the kids in the gathering, there are the women cops are also deployed here. So if they are checking each and every vehicle, and even this boundary. If I show you just behind the CRP. Jawan, there is a boundary that they made it. It's just near 500 meters from the court premises. They've already sealed it. No vehicle are allowed except the police commissioner and the other police officers. No vehicles are allowed to get inside. So they have sealed the whole boundary of the court premises. This is the place from where they are going to take Baba Ram Raheem from this particular area. They'll take him to the special CBI court. So this is the main area. They have sealed all the boundaries of court premises. Yes.
Absolutely. Karuna Nandi, of course, still with us at that point. Karuna, of course, as you said earlier, if Section 144 is in place, there should not be assembly of people there. And of course, the state government and the apparatus are not doing their job. The security apparatus is not doing their job effectively if there is violation of the court's order of Section 144 being ordered there. But in terms of any eventuality of the verdict tomorrow, the enforcement of the law will be also in the police's hands. They will have to take Gurmeet Ram Raheem, if found guilty, through various procedures, and then finally, of course, to custody if so ordered by the court. How will they enforce that with lakhs of the Baba's followers possibly blocking their way? while we're not surmising what the verdict will be, we're just talking about any eventuality.
I think in addition to that, I was also sort of startled to hear that there are children there, that there are, this is something that immediately actually has to be dealt with, because not only are other people and sort of property in danger, but, Gurmeet Ram Raheem's followers are themselves therefore in great danger, right? Because, if there is violence, then how do you distinguish between who's a follower and who's not? And, I think just children being there just puts the entire situation into an even more egregious light, that how can the state of Haryana risk the safety and, indeed the lives of children? This is an extremely urgent situation.
It's an urgent situation indeed. And Santhya, clearly, of course, there are, as you were pointing out, family members there, people of all ages, and even with children. Karna is very concerned, of course, of the fact that there are children there, but, you're reporting on ground, you're seeing people of all ages, literally, there aren't there. There are children over there, but there are also elderly people. There are men, women, everyone.
Yes, absolutely. As I was pointing out earlier as well, that how people from all the age groups, every gender, every caste, everybody is here. You can see women are here, old women are here, kids are here. You can see elderly men who are here, old men, if I can mention. If I can request my camera person to show that how young people are also here. They are all here to support they are all here to support the one in whom they believe. They believe that he is none other than the God himself. According to them, he is absolutely innocent, and they are here to support him. माता जी, मुझे आपसे जानना है, आप यहाँ पे कब आए हैं, आप कौन सा गांव है, कहाँ से आए हैं?
बोल रहे कहाँ से आए? पानीपत आए।
कितने दिन से आए हैं?
3 दिन हो गए।
यहाँ पे आप किस लिए आए हैं?
हम आए भैया, हमारा फैसला सही दे दो। हाँ, मालिक का फैसला सही दो। अच्छा,
आपके जो गॉड हैं उनका
फैसला सही दो।
So as you can see, the women, all they want, they are saying that all they want is that the decision should be good. They want to say that Guru should not be charged with any of the allegation. They are trying to say that he is innocent and he should not be framed. And of course, you can see every now and then some kind of rowdies, they will come here and try to dominate the people who are here. You can see that, they are trying to not to let these people speak to media as well. They are trying to shoo them away. They are trying to shoo us away also. So, of course, we can understand whenever there is mob, anti-social elements are here. मुझे आपसे जानना है,
Indeed, so of course the situation continues to spiral there on ground. More and more followers, of course, assembling there. We'll have to leave it at that. Santhya and Amit, thanks for joining us on ground with those updates. Also, thanks to Karuna Nandi for joining us with her perspective. A quick break.